Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Maneater Report. I'm Issa Kennedy.
And I'm Kriti Dhaduvai, and today we're taking a deep dive into the making of the Maneater's spring magazine, Move Mag. Magazines can take months to ideate, produce, and eventually publish. Move Mag director Sabrina Pan landed on the theme for the magazine, Illuminate, in the fall.
This is just kind of a concept that I've been thinking about for a long time, that there's so many things in the world that are sources of light, like metaphorically, whether that's something like a passion that somebody has, whether that's like an idea, a dream, a hope, something that's, brighter when there's more of it. And I really wanted to represent that in this magazine.
Next, Sabrina had to work with writers and designers to develop stories and design the pages of the magazine.
I have this Google Doc, and it's called Move Mag 2026 Eliminate parentheses Sabrina Brain file folder. That doc and my Google Calendar basically kept me alive for this whole project. I have tabs for like every section of like in the ideating process that I was going through, like the beginnings, like the vision, management stuff, pitch meetings that we were having. I had obviously all of these ideas, but the next steps going into that were meeting with writers and meeting with the people that I was going to be working with and talking to them about the ideas that I was having and asking them what they resonated with. I had like a few story ideas here and there that I was sharing, but also I really just wanted people, to take this and bring their own, personal vision to it as well. Like all of these different people is what makes something great and something beautiful.
We talked to Associate Art Director Violet Newton and the Maneater's Editor in Chief, Chase Prey, about the collective effort behind the magazine's creation. It was very impressive to me how much people cared throughout this entire project. I came from the background of doing high school journalism stuff, and I served a very similar role there, but people did not care at all. And so it was very much like just having to like force people along the process. And this was not at all like that. You could definitely tell that like everyone was really in it and they were here to make cool things. And so I think working with the staff was really nice. It was very fun to see everyone's ideas and then see how those carried through till like print.
It was definitely a roller coaster. There were some parts where I was a bit nervous, but Lauren and Sabrina definitely eased my nerves. It turned out amazing. It was super cool to see during the Move Mag pitches the ideas that people had, especially late November, early December, hearing all the story pitches that everyone had. Regardless if they ended up in the print edition or not, everyone was super excited to write about the things they were passionate about. And that's the unique thing about Move Mag is that in a lot of our pitches, sometimes you'll have stories assigned to you. For Move Mag, you got to pick your story. And the fact that people got to pick their story means they were more passionate when they were writing it, and we had better stories produced out of it. So some of my favorite stories produced all year were actually in Move Mag, and I got to watch it from the pitch stage all the way to the final edit stage. So that was really special.
Finally, Move Mag was released on April 19. Editors talked about how they felt about seeing the final product.
The execs did say they were like, nobody take 10 copies. Guys, I took 10 copies. And my grandma has one, my other grandma has one, my grandpa has one, my boyfriend has one, his mom has one, his aunt has one, my mom, my dad. Like, I sent two to my old advisor. So, like, yeah, I was very proud of it.
I think ultimately this idea of Illuminate really kept me afloat and kept me going because honestly, like I think another thing that I want people to take away is that this project isn't mine. Like maybe I did direct it and, worked on it along with like this whole team that we had. We all worked on it, but it's not, something that's inherently ours because I think the concept of like humanity and community and love and hope, like I think that is really the main takeaway that I want people to find is just like this is something that is everywhere and this is something that we can all find, if we're looking for it in the right places.
Junior Sham Punachalil and Dave Dunkley, the director of the Peace Studies program and a Black Studies professor, shared their thoughts on the magazine.
So I was actually really impressed with the just like the direction it was taken in. I really liked the cover and I really like the typography on the front too. Because it looks very modern. It looks like something that would be enticing to like our generation, I'd say. So I really liked it. I was very impressed by it. So I love how, like, there's a magazine that's super colorful and very high quality. The paper itself is very high quality, and I'm glad that that's something that we as a student body can like receive. I know like printing paper can be pretty expensive, and that is a gamble that you have to take. But yeah, I think this is paying off, honestly. Like I think like I love Move Mag, and I can't wait to read more of it in the coming years.
Well, the physical magazine, which I just saw, is very colorful. It's very nicely laid out. I think the attractiveness of it, I'm happy to see that because oftentimes magazines that deal with serious social issues tend to not be all that attractive. But this is a good thing, and I think you will gain reader interest through just the sheer attractiveness of the magazine itself. In this article, Taking a Stand, they're really trying to shed some light on a very important space in the Columbia community and in the life of the university, but a space that have, may not attract as much attention in the sense that what is this place? What's its story? So I think in that sense, shedding some light on that history, however brief it is good, and tying it into broader social issues, both in the past and the present. That's also good. So that's illuminating for many people, especially if you didn't know about it.
From the Maneater Report, this has been Issa Kennedy.
And Kriti Dhaduvai. We'll see you in the next one.